This is the End Zone Report. Let's go. Here are your top fantasy players for the week. Our Thanksgiving show. We're going with running backs and tight ends this week. Jason Snelling, running back. Who is that, you say? He plays for the Atlanta Falcons. With Norwood and Turnout, he's their go-to guy this week. Last week he had 2 touchdowns, 76 yards, off to a good start. Definitely play him against Tampa Bay. Dead last against the run. Ryan Grant, Green Bay. Averaging 4.4 yards per carries, 5 TDs so far this year. We'll have a big day against a bad Detroit team. LaDainian Tomlinson. There's a name you haven't heard from in a while. He's actually been getting more and more carries. 24 carries against the Eagles, 20 carries last week, and he's gaining a lot of yardage. Definitely play him. We're going with the tight ends. First tight end, Kellen Winslow Jr. Having a good year for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's their leading receiver. He's going against an Atlanta team that's 29th against the pass. Bo Schaaf, tight end, Tennessee. He's one of the big play receivers for a tight end. One of the better pass catching tight ends in the league. He's going against the Arizona defense that's one of the worst. Definitely play him. Fashante Chacon. However way you say it, you should call him TD, because that's all he does is catch touchdown passes. He's a main threat in the red zone for the Minnesota Vikings. Definitely play against the Chicago team. Without Urlacher, they just don't have the linebackers to cover him. Now for the Pine Boys. These are the ones you definitely want to put on the bench. Don't play these guys. We're going with quarterbacks and defenses this week. First off, Vince Young. In this case, don't believe the hype. Yes, Tennessee is winning. They've won 4 straight games. Seems like Vince Young's brought the energy back in the offense, and they're winning a lot of games. Chris Johnson is their main weapon. He's getting a lot of the carries. He's the one that's driving the thing. Look at the stats. Vince Young's winning, but he's not putting up a lot of good stats. Ben Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh. Super Bowl winning quarterback, but he got hurt last week. He's well enough to play, but against Baltimore, it's one of those games that he might pull out the win, but stats-wise, not going to do that much. Don't play him. Jay Cutler, Chicago. This one should be obvious. What the hell has happened in this game? It's gone down ever since the first few weeks. Last week, only 1 interception, but came at a key point. His game has just been off. I wouldn't play him. Now for the defenses. In this one, we're going for a 2-for-1 special. New Orleans and New England. It's going to be a shootout. I feel whoever has the ball last will win the game. But I wouldn't play either defense, because both offenses are amongst the best in the league. And Breeze and Brady are on top of their game. Would not play either defense. Washington's defense, they're playing at Philly. And this is about the time of year that Philly starts to take off. McNabb looked great last week. I think he'll continue against the Redskins. I would not play that D. The Jets defense. This is a young team, a young quarterback in a slump. The whole team's in a slump. They've lost 3 in a row. They're playing on the road at Carolina. I don't look for them to bounce back. Now for our question for the week. This week's question is from Rich O out of Philadelphia. He writes, I have 2 quarterbacks, Tony Romo and Carson Palmer. Who should I play this week? Well, Rich, that is a good question. I would actually go with Carson Palmer this week. He's going against the Browns team that last week gave up big yardage to Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Definitely would go with Carson Palmer. And with Tony Romo, their offense is definitely in a funk. They've only scored 2 touchdowns the last 2 weeks. Happy Turkey Day. And with that, Green Bay will stuff the Lions. Dallas beats the Raiders. Denver edges the Giants. Atlanta runs the ball over Tampa Bay. Miami, with playoff hopes, beats Buffalo. The Bengals crush their cross-state rival Browns. Seahawks over the Rams. The Panthers beat the Jets. The Eagles will fly high over the Redskins. The Chargers over AFC rival Chiefs. San Fran at home keeps their playoff hopes alive. Beat the Jags. Vikings spank the Bears. The Cardinals end the Titans win streak at 4. The Steelers edge the Ravens, ending their playoff hopes. The Saints will go marching on all over the Patriots. And don't forget, we're on Facebook and YouTube.